Hi everyone, welcome back to this language learning channel. Let's continue our lessons and we will keep learning Kachin Jinghpaw language in English. This lesson is about verb conjugation. We are going to learn how to conjugate verb according to grammar tenses. Let's use the verb cook. Cook is here the base verb. Cook in Kachin Jinghpaw, shadu I, kachyawng I, masha, malu masha, shadu I. I will repeat again. Cook, shadu I, kachyawng I, masha, malu masha, shadu I. Okay, let's continue. How does the base verb conjugate in the simple present tense? Here you see some affirmative sentences in simple present tense. I cook dinner in Kachin Jinghpaw. Ngai, shana, shat, shadu I. He cooks dinner. She, shana, shat, shadu I. Here, cook in English, the subject I, we, you singular, you plural, they use the same base verb form, cook. For the subject he, she, Robert, the base verb cook has S. So, he cooks dinner. She cooks dinner. Robert cooks dinner. However, the base verb shadu I in Kachin Jinghpaw doesn't need to conjugate for those different subject matter. For example, we cook dinner in Kachin Jinghpaw. Anhte, shana, shat, shadu I. Robert cooks dinner. Robert, shana, shat, shadu I. Okay, let's continue. How does the base verb form or conjugate for the negative sentences in the simple present tense? You do not cook dinner in Kachin Jinghpaw. Nang, shana, shat, shadu I. She does not cook dinner in Kachin Jinghpaw. She, shana, shat, shadu I. To conjugate negative sentences in the simple present tense in English, you have to use the auxiliary verb here, do not, does not, and following the base verb in English. In Kachin Jinghpaw, to conjugate negative sentence, you have to put N. Very simple. One letter. N. Shadu I, that is affirmative. To make negative, in shadu I. They do not cook dinner in Kachin Jinghpaw. Shanhte, shana, shat, shadu I. Robert does not cook dinner. Robert, shana, shat, shadu I. Let's learn how to form question sentences. Firstly, questions without question words in the simple present tense. Do you cook dinner in Kachin Jinghpaw? Nanhte, shana, shat, shadu I e. Does he cook dinner in Kachin Jinghpaw? She, shana, shat, shadu I e. For the question sentences, the auxiliary verb do, does position in the first place of the sentence in English, and the sentence that end with the question mark. To make the question sentence in Kachin Jinghpaw, you have to add the Kachin Jinghpaw letter E. Additionally to this, the base verb. We are studying the base verb. Shadu I. Question will be shadu I E. Do they cook dinner? Shanhte, shana, shat, shadu I E. Does she cook dinner? She, shana, shat, shadu I E. Let's learn the question sentences with question words in the simple present tense. For example, what do you cook? In Kachin Jinghpaw, Nanhte, pabo shadu I rai. Or Nanhte, pabo shadu I rai da. What does Robert cook? In Kachin Jinghpaw, Robert, pabo shadu I rai. Or Robert, pabo shadu I rai da. We are using the question word WHAT what. What in Kachin Jinghpaw, pabo rai da. What do they cook in Kachin Jinghpaw? Shanhte, pabo shadu I rai. Or Shanhte, pabo shadu I rai da. What does she cook? In Kachin Jinghpaw, she pabo shadu I rai. Or she pabo shadu I rai da. When do they cook? In Kachin Jinghpaw, Shanhte, gloi shadu I rai. Or Shanhte, gloi shadu I rai da. When does she cook? In Kachin Jinghpaw, she gloi shadu I rai. Or she gloi shadu I rai da. WHE and when. In Kachin Jinghpaw, gloi, asking about the time. That is the question word. Where do you cook? In Kachin Jinghpaw, nangra go shadu I rai. Or nangra go shadu I rai da. Where does he cook? In Kachin Jinghpaw, shigra go shadu I rai. Or shigra go shadu I rai da. Let's practice a bit more. Please try to say what you see in Kachin Jinghpaw from this slide. Cook. Cook. Shadu I, kachyawng I, masha, malu masha, shadu I. Do you cook? Do you cook? Nang shadu I E. Yes, I cook. Yes, I cook. Ngai shadu I. No, I do not cook. No, I do not cook. Nre, Ngai shadu I. What do they cook? What do they cook? Shanhte pabo shadu I rai, or Shanhte pabo shadu I rai ta. They cook dinner. They cook dinner. Shanhte shana shat shadu I. When do they cook? When do they cook? Shanhte galoi shadu I rai, or Shanhte galoi shadu I rai ta. They cook at 6 p.m. They cook at 6 p.m. Shanhte shanade king gruta shat shadu I. Where does he cook? Where does he cook? Shigarago shadu I rai, or Shigarago shadu I rai ta. He cooks in the kitchen. He cooks in the kitchen. She shadgogo shadu I. Shall we continue verb conjugation in simple past tense? Cook, base verb in simple past tense is cooked, cooked in English. For Kachin Jinghpaw, shadu I base verb for simple past tense will be shadu I, or shadu da I, or shadu da sai. You see here the affirmative sentences in the simple past tense. Cooked. For Kachin Jinghpaw, I use shadu da sai. We cooked dinner. In Kachin Jinghpaw, Anhte shana shat shadu da sai. Robert cooked dinner. Robert shana shat shadu da sai. We cooked dinner. In Kachin Jinghpaw, Anhte shana shat shadu da sai. Robert cooked dinner. Robert shana shat shadu da sai. This slide is the negative sentences in the simple past tense. To conjugate negative sentence in English for simple past tense, you have to use the auxiliary verb or the helping verb did not. Negative sentence, did not cook. In Kachin Jinghpaw, the negative sentence conjugations will be in shadu da shi I. I will repeat again. In shadu da shi I. They did not cook dinner. In Kachin Jinghpaw, Shanhte shana shat shadu da shi I. Robert did not cook dinner. Robert shana shat shadu da shi I. They did not cook dinner. In Kachin Jinghpaw, Shanhte shana shat shadu da shi I. Robert did not cook dinner. Robert shana shat shadu da shi I. Here you see the questions without question words in the simple past tense. In English, the auxiliary verb or the helping verb did position in the first position of the sentence. For example, did I cook dinner? In Kachin Jinghpaw, Ngai shana shat shadu da sai E. In Kachin Jinghpaw, this E is a question. So you have to ask shadu da sai E. Did they cook dinner? In Kachin Jinghpaw, Shanhte shana shat shadu da sai E. Did she cook dinner? She shana shat shadu da sai E. Did they cook dinner? In Kachin Jinghpaw, Shanhte shana shat shadu da sai E. Did she cook dinner? She shana shat shadu da sai E. Here are some question words. Let's recall our memory. What in Kachin Jinghpaw, pa or pabo. When, gloy. Where, grako. Who, gadai. Why, parmajo. Here you see the questions with the question words in the simple past tense. For example, I will use you singular. What did you cook? In Kachin Jinghpaw, nang pabo shadu da sai rai or nang pabo shadu da sai rai da. That is the 4 questions with question words. Let's use here when question word, and let's use you singular for subject. When did you cook? In Kachin Jinghpaw, nang gloy shadu da sai rai or nang gloy shadu da sai rai da. When did they cook? In Kachin Jinghpaw, Shanhte gloy shadu da sai rai or Shanhte gloy shadu da sai rai da. When did she cook? She gloy shadu da sai rai or she gloy shadu da sai rai da. When did they cook? In Kachin Jinghpaw, Shanhte gloy shadu da sai rai or Shanhte gloy shadu da sai rai da. When did she cook? She gloy shadu da sai rai or she gloy shadu da sai rai da. Let's continue verb conjugation in simple future tense. Cook base verb conjugate will cook for the simple future tense in English. Will here is the modal auxiliary verb and following base verb. In Kachin Jinghpaw, shadu I base verb conjugate shadu na or shadu na re for simple future tense. Here you see the affirmative sentences in the simple future tense. For example, I will cook dinner. In Kachin Jinghpaw, Ngai shana shat shadu na re. We will cook dinner. In Kachin Jinghpaw, Anhte shna shat shadu na re. Robert will cook dinner. Robert shna shat shadu na re. We will cook dinner. In Kachin Jinghpaw, Anhte shna shat shadu na re. Robert will cook dinner. Robert shna shat shadu na re. Here you see the negative sentences in the simple future tense. Will not cook, that is in English, negative sentence in the simple future tense. In Kachin Jinghpaw, in shadu na re. You have to use in and in shadu na re. For example, I will not cook dinner. In Kachin Jinghpaw, Ngai shana shat shadu na re. They will not cook dinner. In Kachin Jinghpaw, Shanhte shana shat shadu na re. Robert will not cook dinner. In Kachin Jinghpaw, Robert shna shat shadu na re. They will not cook dinner. In Kachin Jinghpaw, Shanhte shna shat shadu na re. Robert will not cook dinner. In Kachin Jinghpaw, Robert shna shat shadu na re. Here you see the questions without question words in the simple future tense. For example, will I cook dinner? In English, the modal auxiliary verb will position in the beginning of the sentence and the sentence ends with question mark. Will I cook dinner? In Kachin Jinghpaw, Ngai shana shat shadu na re e. Shadu na re following e is making question in Kachin Jinghpaw for the simple future tense. Will they cook dinner? In Kachin Jinghpaw, Shanhte shana shat shadu na re e. Will she cook dinner? She shna shat shadu na re e. Will they cook dinner? In Kachin Jinghpaw, Shanhte shna shat shadu na re e. Will she cook dinner? She shna shat shadu na re e. I will repeat those question words in this slide. What in Kachin Jinghpaw, pa or pabo. When, galore. Where, garako. Who, gadai. Why, pa majo. You see here the questions with the question words in the simple future tense. I use here what question word, WHAT what, pa or pabo. For example, what will I cook? In Kachin Jinghpaw, Ngai pabo shadu na rai or Ngai pabo shadu na rai da. What will you cook? Nanhte pabo shadu na rai or Nanhte pabo shadu na rai da. What will Robert cook? Robert pabo shadu na rai or Robert pabo shadu na rai da. What will you cook? Nanhte pabo shadu na rai or Nanhte pabo shadu na rai da. What will Robert cook? Robert pabo sdunarai or Robert pabo sdunarai ta. Thanks for joining this lesson with me. This lesson is a grammar lesson. We are learning 3 different tenses. They are simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense. How to conjugate verb. I hope you enjoy and I wish you have a nice day. See you next time.